Hey guys, so it is 1 o'clock in the morning right now, and I just finished watching the Pretty Little Liars season 5 finale, and oh my god. Okay, so if you guys have not seen the finale and you don't want any spoilers, then stay away from this video because this is literally going to be spoiler central. First of all, I want to say in the last video that I posted talking about all the people that could be A, let's just say I was way off and was not even expecting this to happen. But that's not true. Technically, I did sort of see this coming. I didn't even talk about it in my last video, but basically, if you guys have read the books or you know about the books, then you know A is different in the books than they are in the TV show, because basically they said that the TV show was not going to be the same as the books, as in Allison was not going to have a twin and that someone else would have a twin. So obviously, that leads to a lot of speculation about who could have a twin and if that person was going to be A. And, yeah, someone on the show does have a twin, and that twin happens to be A, and the whole world is freaking out about it, including me right now. I literally just had to sit down and make this video because if I didn't make a video talking about it, I was going to go into school tomorrow and I was going to spoil it for everyone there who didn't stream it, so, yeah. Sorry if I'm talking really fast, sorry if I'm rambling, sorry if I'm just a little bit of a mess right now, because this is what happens after an episode of Pretty Little Liars. So yeah, basically, to sort of start off this whole thing, Jason De Laurentiis has a twin called Charles De Laurentiis, and yeah, that is the big reveal of this season. Also, one thing that I feel like I need to say right now is that Mona is actually alive. I feel like a lot of people were not entirely sure if she was alive or not. It was just one of those things that happened. I'm pretty sure I made a video talking about Mona's death, actually, and how I was, like, so freaked out about it. And, honestly, the truth is she's not dead, and a lot of people did think, oh, Mona's not really dead, and Mona was actually still A. Not exactly. So to kind of give you a recap of how I'm feeling and everything about this episode, basically what happens is that Allison is kept separate from the rest of the girls, and as the girls are being transferred to prison, A hijacks their van and kidnaps them and takes them to his dollhouse, and basically that is where the four girls realize that Mona's still alive and that A wants Mona to portray Allison, and he gets really annoyed whenever she's not playing Allison, and it's this whole big thing, and you think Mona's brainwashed into thinking that she's Allison. It's a whole big deal, and yeah, so basically everyone is acting like dolls in A's dollhouse, and they have to follow his instructions, and they are going to plan out the perfect prom, and that is not the best. That is really creepy. So that's what the girls are doing. Meanwhile, everyone else is trying to find them, as in Toby, Ezra, Caleb, and the police, and Spencer's parents, of all people. Shocker, they are the ones who want to get to the bottom of this, not anyone else's parents. It's not as if Hannah's parents know, or Aria's parents, or Emily's parents know. Of course it's the Hastings family, because they are lawyers, and they're just on that shit all the time. So yeah, the Hastings go to visit Allison because they think that Allison is the one that hijacked the vehicle, and they realize it's not, and that they finally find out that A is back, and it's not Mona, and it's bigger and badder than they ever thought it was, and so they team up with the boys, and they sort of work together to try and find out where A is taking the girls. And it's this whole big thing about teamwork, and in these sort of moments in the episode, you begin to realize, oh, okay, so these people are not A because they're actually trying to help the girls. Meanwhile, there is some psychopath who has them in a dollhouse over here, and no one really knows who that is and what they're doing. So yeah, that's kind of how it's going. Was I happy that they didn't make any of those guys A? Yes, because, I mean, I talked about this in my last video about how I didn't think it was Caleb or Toby or Ezra, and they aren't A, so that's fine. And so yeah, basically what happens is that Caleb manages to convince Tanner to let him use their police equipment to find the location of the van, and that's where they all go. They go to find the van. Meanwhile, Spencer has been toying around with these toy blocks in the dollhouse, and she discovers that the blocks spell out a name, which is Charles, and I I really didn't talk about this in the last video, which I really should have, but I forgot. In the last episode, the girls found this card with all of these different sentences on them, and all of the sentences were anagrams of Charles de Laurentiis. And so for the past week, everyone has been trying to figure out who this Charles de Laurentiis is. And I even read this thing where people said that Charles was actually Alison's child, and Alison has been trying to protect him this whole time. But it turns out that Charles de Laurentiis is actually Jason's twin. And that is huge and creepy, and oh my god, because, like, I just don't even know how to process that. I mean, I guess it's not too far of a stretch from the actual books. I haven't read the books, I just know that Alison has a twin in the books, but, like, to make it so it's not Alison with the twin but her brother, that's not really a stretch, like that far of a stretch from the book. But the thing is that you kind of want to know now why it's Charles de Laurentiis. Like, why is he doing this to his own sister? Like, there has to have been something that she did at this particular prom that he's trying to recreate or something. Like, I really don't know what it is. I mean, I feel like this is one of those things where he has a creepy obsession with his sister, and his sister obviously did not want that, and the family decided that he needed help and sent him away, and he became crazy, and this whole big thing. I'm even coming up with a theory in my head as I'm talking here. Maybe it is something like that. Like, maybe Charles did have an obsession with Alison, and Alison didn't want that, and the family thought he was creepy, so they sent him away, and he wasn't going to go down quietly, so he decided to take down Alison and her friends and things like that. Like, it could be this whole big thing, and maybe that's what it is. And if it is that, oh my god, I'm so excited, because I just really want to know, like, everything now. But yeah, I don't know how else, like, what else to talk about. I feel like there's so much more I have to say. I feel like there's so much more I need to express, but honestly, I can't. Like, I've been building this up for so long, and now that I know, it's like, whoa. Like, how did Charles do this? How did he get everyone to be in on it? Like, it shows in the episode that Andrew is involved in it because he's listening to a phone call between Spencer's mum and Melissa. And so it's like, well, what's going on there? I don't know. It's just, there's so many things, guys. Like, honestly, I just don't really know how to express everything. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it there. Like, honestly, I can't think of anything else to say, and I don't really have any words to express anything, so I think I'm gonna leave it here. If you guys liked this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Let me know in the comments below if you were shocked about who A is, or if you guys don't really care. Yeah, I will probably make a blog post sometime this week talking about this in better detail, in a more coherent way, because right now I'm literally still in shock and I'm still freaking out, but I needed to get my reaction out there. So yeah, like I said, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more, and yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys. So yeah, for this video I thought I would go down a list of characters. I sat down last night and I listed all of the characters that I could think of, and I'm going to talk about whether I think that they are A or if they are not A and why.